talking about you named your business after my baby. And I have
That's ghetto.
so many questions. So
Who said this? Because I missed the end. So who? Tell
this
me.
is super trailer. Um, Destiny is gonna be arguing with Moses, and she's
Okay.
gonna be like, "You named your business after my baby," and I just have so many questions. I'm gonna wait till I see it because I got to see the whole scene. I just saw the clip in the super trailer, but to me, it's a lot of stuff that we don't know, and I refuse to judge
Her
these.
baby.
Yes, she was like, "You named your business after my baby," because her baby is Law, and he named his business Justice something, and he was like, "My business," and she was like, "We had discussed naming the baby Justice first." It's so twisted. I have questions, but I want to see how that whole scene developed because I just can't
More
get
of a, love marriage Huntsville.
right. I just
But hold on, but did she have a baby with him? Am I missing something?
a baby is supposed to be by LeBarrett.
Oh,
So, wait a minute now. So is this gonna be some tea coming out saying the baby is by him instead?
No, she just said you named your business after my baby. Was like you was so close to me that you named your business after my baby. So
which is
it's weird, but I just have more questions. I just have more questions. But like I said, I want to wait to see how that whole scene play out because a super trailer clip could.
is the course over the 13
Right,
weeks.
right. My thing with that is that word justice is a really common, not common, but a name that people use for a lot of different things. So was it used to her child, or was it just a word that went with his business?
Well,
Right. I think we have to see it because it sounded like a reach because it's like justice and law is not the same. So, but it is the same in theory. You know what I mean? Like it's along the same path. Like, yeah, like I agree with Kiss My Cheeks. I need to see the full scene because,
Well, we're not
I
gonna get
don't
to
know.
see the full scene, so we just.
Well, I'm gonna be honest
I mean,
with
I'm
you.
saying the
I have a
episode. I'm
feeling
just saying
that.
the episode. I want to wait till we see the whole episode to see
Like,
it in
this episode.
context because the clip looked crazy on either side. Like, did you?
No,
Is
I
it
just said I have a feeling.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that he did not name that business. I can bet money right now that when he named that business, he did not think about Destiny. I'm sorry. I can tell you that right now. I swear I ain't got to see no trailer. I ain't seen it. I ain't got to see the episode. I'm gonna come back to the clip when we talk about this. I'm gonna tell you right now that had nothing to do with her kid, and she is looking for a moment. I'm sorry, Destiny. I feel like I'm beating you up here, but I feel like you're looking for a moment. No one has seen you. I've questioned bloggers and bloggers and fans of the show. People have been saying you are MIA for over a year or so. So to me, you kind of being thrown in here with not even talking about your storyline. Still, the same. They gonna come back to you, mama, because they still don't know you. They don't know your storyline. They gonna come back to that. Reality TV, people who watch and blog about it, they're not gonna forget where's your story. Like this whole Moses thing, you gonna make them like Moses and her and still be asking you, man, where's your line? What's going on?
No, where's your life?
Oh, you know what I'm saying, Kimachi.
Well, I won't go that
Kimachi, you know what
far.
I'm saying. Ain't nobody got time. I can't say you.
Yeah.
Y'all get on my nerves. You know what I'm saying. People who are like
I know
they're
what
gonna
you're saying,
not
but
necessarily fall in love, but still.
I'm not gonna start liking Sunny and Moses though
Uh-oh.
for sure.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
that much I can't say. Like maybe I haven't seen enough of Moses. But for Sunny to come in, and to me, it's like everybody makes mistakes, and if you did really fall in love or whatever, but for
Right.
her to come in
Guns
very
blazing like
much
that.
on 10, like you
Mhm.
need to humble yourself because you were wrong. You did do something and you haven't apologized to anybody. You coming in like it's not my fault I found love. It's not my fault, whatever. And it's like, I
But
want
baby,
everybody to have love, but you need to at least be like, I owe her an apology. Even if you're sitting up here on the TV talking about I wouldn't have met but for her, then you do owe her something. So
That's why I feel like there's more behind it, Erica, because I said for her to come through with so much anger, people most of the time express themselves in in that type of way because there's something behind it. What is behind this smoke that you're giving her? What is that we don't know? We don't know Destiny's past, obviously. We don't know her life. We don't know about her marriage timeline, or anything, but we know all about Sunni and Moses. Sunny probably looking there like all my business on Front Street, but you've been on this show. I know all your tea, but we ain't talking about your shit.
Well,
I
spill
will have
it.
smoke too. So, and it's us. Well, what my thing is, maybe she's being told not to say anything. I'm just being transparent. She may be being told you can't say
Now she under
this, you
contract.
cannot say that. What? Who? Not, look, Carlos King controlling this whole entire machine, so we don't know what she's being told. Okay, who is this? Somebody in the chat coming to Kim? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying that I think that that's why there's something that she's so angry about because of what you call this girl a whole side chick. Sharon Howard in the chat says, "Hi, Kim, my cheeks and panel." First of all, not hi, Kim, my cheeks and panel. She said they talked about naming their future child after law, and he corrected her and said justice. Well, first, let me say, shout out, welcome to everybody from Kim My Cheeks TV's page.
Your business after my baby. That's not what was said because she clearly said you named your business after my baby. So I might have to watch the super trailer again, but
that might be from your chat too, Kim My Cheeks TV. Everybody from Erica's channel and I think Lee's channel up here too. So y'all welcome to if I hadn't said it, Kamish Reviews, Shenanigans, and Mess and More Mess. Love Mary Huntsville. I have not reviewed this show, and like I tried to do it one year, and I stopped after like episode 6. We're gonna try it out. I'm like Kim My Cheeks TV. We're gonna try it out for this season because
Not as a test run.
every time I try, something always happens. That's Erica. We tried it one time, it just didn't work out. So same with Love Mary Potomac. I started that and stopped that too. I don't know. I get frustrated, man. I just stop the whole thing. But I'm gonna get through the whole season. I'm gonna get through this season. We're gonna do this every Sunday. Okay, so Antoinette. That's my girl. Destiny fell out of favor with fans like Joy. Oh, tried to be secretive and coy. That poorly spoken man has nothing to do with the law. I cannot.
Not the poorly spoken man. I know that's right. The comments is reading them today, ain't they? Woo, I'm here for it. I love it.
But no lies are being told. No lies are being told. I was like, boo, you need to be able to dance and lay whatever the pipe, but you don't need to speak to nobody. Nobody. Don't say
be cute.
Thank you. Just be beer gang all day, but don't say nothing. Say nothing.
Mm-mm. Oh my God, no! Not be pretty and cute. Say nothing. Speak to your spoken to.
Not speak to you spoken to.
I'll give you the script.
Not please read the cue card.
Look. See, I can't. Lord Jesus. Okay, so again, I want to say shout out to all the mothers in the chat who come through and watch us every week. I appreciate you guys. We have a hard job throughout the year. My kids are not grown, even though I still get into with my grown kids, but it is what it is. So shout out to mothers who have kids in college because baby is hell. You think they grown and left? Still drama. Okay, does not stop. Period. All right. How you argue with somebody about their future? How you argue about your car and your future and what you're doing? And I'm hearing I'm grown, but yeah, you still here. I'm so confused about that whole statement. I'm grown. Wait a minute. My son will kill me right now. But I'm saying I love my kids. I love all 3 of my children. I love my babies. I would go on torment over them kids. They drive me crazy, but that's what I got. So they're my babies. So shout out to all mothers out there, aunties, trans mothers, adopted mothers. Just shout out to all moms, period. Okay. Anyway, to continue, what is this blogger we speak of when the men got together? About far as I got, ain't coming.
Are we talking about what's the girl's name?
We are. Yeah. Hold on. Wait. Yeah. Before we get to the blogger, who's Kimmi?
What's the girl's name? What was the girl's name that was spilling all the tea to the blogger? That's who we're getting ready to talk about. Because she just sat there and bold-faced lied to Stormi's face.
No. Okay, well, we could do that one. But I was going to talk about Martell and the blogger. But go ahead, let's go in there. Go ahead, Lee. Go ahead.
Well, no, that happened. That happened.
Go ahead.
Let's get Kiki out the way because I want to go past her.
Yeah. Okay.
So
let's
Read
Jesus
Martell.
Christ. Go ahead, Lee. Since you brought it up, I can't.
Well, because she just sat there and lied in that girl Stormy face. Talk about some. Well, my mama, the one who released all the information. Meanwhile, your mama probably don't even know how to turn on a goddamn iPhone. So she
Oh
just needs.
no. The
Hold on,
views
real
and
quick.
opinions expressed on this panel are those of this panel and are for entertainment purposes only. Do not, and I repeat, do not try this at home. And don't whine in the comments when you don't like it. We don't care. Oh, go ahead, Lee.
So
And what you
you
saying? Who can use the iPhone?
her mama. So why you going over here talk
Oh
about some
no.
talk about some
Damn.
my mama is the one who told all who leaked all the information to the blogger.
She was wrong for
And
that.
no, knowing that your
She was
mama
wrong
ain't
for that.
leaked no damn information, she still be trying to talk about some, hey Siri, call so and so. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Not hey Siri. And don't know who Siri is.
Right.
Not my
So
phone coming
you
on when you said that. The fuck? Not my phone came up. Siri came up for real on my phone when you said that shit, girl. Oh my god. But no,
like get
I
the
know what you're saying, Lee. I know what you're saying about that.
like, you know, why you now
Even though,
why you why you blame your mama knowing that you told them people? And the crazy thing is we know that you told them.
and that to me was wrong to put your mama in there like that. Her mama
Who?
probably called her, cuss her out. Like, hell,
Yeah.
I can't even remember your phone number today. You said, "Well, give my cheese." What'd you say?
Ever figure out who stole that lock and duct tape on camera? Like, why are we listening to KeKe? Period on anything?
Not Kiki, do you love me?
Kiki, do you love me?
Because we here today, ain't we? Mm-hmm.
Look,
We
I
right
don't
here, mess a
know this
mess.
is a panel show, but I have no opinion on who leaked what to the blogs because all of them leak stuff to the blogs when they get angry, when they want to
Period.
spice up this shit. To be 100% honest, what they leak to the blogs is 100 times more entertaining than what they do on this camera.
Come
So
on now.
Right.
they should be thanking whoever be leaking it because that's where the entertainment is. I don't have nothing else to say about KeKe.
Wait a minute. Not, what she said. Not that everything that the best thing is when they leak it to us and we come out and do our little.
Drama happens on the show.
Come
Then
on,
when they
bloggers.
the camera, all they do was talk about what happened in the blogs for an entire season instead of telling us what's actually going on in their life currently. So it's like all of them do it. KeKe isn't the first or the last to do it. They live giving interviews with people, and then they be, oh, I'm mad at my brother. My brother ain't shit. And then you look at the show and they hugging and kissing and barbecuing. I'm like,
Welcome, April.
what's
My
going
whole
on
thing.
here?
My whole thing. I'm gonna say this to everybody who watching this. I cannot stand when we see these shows and you see, oh, it was linked to the blogs. First of all, we are all bloggers and podcasters, depending on what we all do, but their names. Can we please attach names? And some of these bloggers, I don't even like them, but I'm saying because it affects me too. Give the people the name. Don't stop using saying for a storyline because you know the bloggers give a better show. The recaps and the talked about and the leakages of the explosion of the things, people like that more than the actual episode. I don't know how many seasons I've done of this crap. When people come to my comments and say this is better than the episode, how many panels we've done, y'all? Where under the comments, people say I had more fun watching y'all talk about it than the actual episode we watched last night. Like, come on. And they starting to in the production, you all to feel that shit. Y'all realize we are the spice, we are the fire, but y'all don't want to give us that. Y'all do not want to give us that because y'all might have to pay us. So y'all go around us and be like, in quotation, the blogger. Use our name. Thank you. Disclaimer. That's all I wanted to say. Erica, you want to jump in and say something about this, mama?
Yeah, no,
About
I
the
agree
KeKe?
with you. And also, I think one thing I think Mel made, the only good point that was really made to me was when Mel told her, if you leak something that gets this show canceled, I got some problem. Because that's really the only problem is that now when we're filming and you aired it and it's going to film next week and now production has to pull together nonsense, that's the only real issue. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, she told something that was a secret because it was being filmed. So it wasn't a secret because, you just don't know how the edit was going to fall. So it wasn't like she told something that was private off camera to the camera, like it's really not that huge of a deal, except unless it's messing up the ratings. You know what I'm saying? Like really, that's the only real issue. I'm like, it's not that dramatic. And then April, when I thought the point that the person April Love made, I don't think she really came clean with Stormi. At some point, she was like, well, it all comes back to me regardless. She never really said, no, I'm lying on my mama. I told the blogs. She was kind of sticking to it, but she just was like, oh, but I'm sorry. She just finally apologized because she needs Stormi. So I think when she went to Mel and she was still trying to sell that same lie, I liked the way Mel handled it, really. It was kind of sad. I'm like, yeah, but I was never really sure if Mel's friendship was really real with her to begin with. So I was like, okay, yeah, cut her loose. Because, if you have to worry about her gossiping. So I liked kind of how Mel handled it. She was really, she was nice about it. She was basically like, I wish you the best, but we can't be cool. So I like she didn't have to get crazy with it. So
can I add?
No, I agree with that as well. Go ahead. Please do.
Because
please do.
Past what Melody and Kiki was talking about. So
you don't stop it.
I just want to add to what Erica said, that Stormi or whoever, Kiki leaking stuff to the blogs is not what's going to get this show canceled. What's going to get this show canceled? You and your ex-husband who cheated on who first, second, third, fourth, fifth. That's what's going to get the show canceled. Y'all have not progressed y'all storyline at divorce. And every time I see Martell talking about Mel, my fast forward button is hit. That's what the fact that Carlos can't see that. And why?
Come on, soap opera.
Having a podcast, and Andy just sticked around for the reunion. Why is Carlos even on the show? But we ain't gonna go that far.
Come on.
Oh, Jesus, be a
I just want to add on to what Erica said. Like, Melody, whatever her name is, get a grip, girl. You and your ex-husband are going to be the reason this show gets canceled, because I cannot take it anymore.
Literally a soap opera.
Dramatic.
Mel start making enough money to get security to look over the front and the back of her house 24/7. Girl, if you don't just get you a little ring doorbell and 911 speed dial, please go sit down.
Oh my God, not the ring doorbell. I'm gonna need a track.
Okay,
I'm gonna need a Carlos Queen to do a soap opera intro.
Who said that, and not exactly Erica, because I do not want these melanators coming after me this week. Okay, because
first of all, Erica's too late. No, they come. I need y'all to understand something. They come for Erica in my chat, in my comments. They come for her,
and
they've been coming for Erica in all my panels.
Someone came.
I like Mel though. I do like Mel. I ain't no Mel.
Yeah, like someone said, "Oh, if you don't like her," and I was like, "I
not a Mel hater. He's a melanator, Mel hater."
Yeah, no, I like Melody a lot, so I just wanted to say that for sure, because people were like, "Oh, you don't like her," and I do like her actually, so it's cool.
Well,
I like Mel too. I ain't gonna lie, I do like Mel. Her voice is a little high, but I do like Mel. Go ahead, kid.
That was actually one of my favorites, but I'm gonna say something that Melometer's gonna like. When it comes to Martell, lock his dumb ass up every opportunity you could get. I don't care if he sent me a happy birthday text. If I say don't text my phone, let me go show that. In corporate America, it's called documentation and getting your ducks in a row, because that fool looked like
receipts,
lady. And every time he threatened me, did anything, I would be at the police station on his ass. So everybody, I owe the kids. You shouldn't send them to jail. Oh, the kid. That man spent 3 hours in jail. He said he was there from 4 to 7. Please. That lady did not send him to prison to 3 years. He was there for 3 to 4 hours. So please, I would lock his dumb ass up every.
Hey, Dana.
Who? That's my mama. My mama's here.
Where? Oh, there she is.
Hi, mama.
What other thing do I? What? Just
Can't
like my
hear
Not
mama.
you.
my mom. Not,
Like what other
not
thing
my
do I
mama
know?
in the chat, but she did not call me
I
back.
think
Anyways, happy Mother's Day, mama, since you in the chat.
yeah, happy Mother's Day, but I think she on
Happy
delay.
Mother's Day.
I don't think she actually with the live.
No, she in the chat.
Yeah,
She in
this
the
look like
chat.
she
I
might be
see
on
her.
delay too. Happy Mother's Day, sis. So no, I agree with Kid My Cheeks and what she was saying as well. The thing with Martell's mama. Let me come for you real quick. Let me tell you something, baby. I love my
The
kids, and my sons
enabler.
drive me
The
insane.
enabler.
I am a mama's boy as far as taking care of my sons, baby. I will beat the crap out of anybody who come near my son. I don't care who don't like it. But if my son is wrong, I will tell my son he is wrong. And baby, I will tell him, don't you text nobody. Don't text her. Don't send her a picture. Don't send her a good morning text. Send no receipts or anything. Where was that? Where was that advice? You all saying, I can't believe she put you in jail for text messages, ma'am. Where were you not telling him not to text her at? Where is that? I'm just telling you. You should have been telling your boy, don't text her at all. That wouldn't have happened. You was there for that stuff saying she wrong. Whether she wrong or not, you still move as a mom and you tell your son what it is, whether he wants to hear it or not. That's what I want to say.
So here's
That
the
shit
thing.
irritated me. I've been wanting to get that out.
She might be telling him that behind the scenes.
But that's dumb. Why you want to look like a dummy on camera,
I was
but then
saying that.
off
Come
camera?
on, Lick. Come on. Get my cheeks. I wouldn't give camera was on or not. If I'm telling my son something, I want everybody, girl, please. I want everybody to know, good or bad. I'm gonna tell you what it is in public, or I'm not gonna do it behind the scenes. I'm gonna check your ass on camera. Because I ain't gonna look crazy. If this come out and you text her again, some fools just happened. No, ma'am. Who get blamed? The mom. Who are we blaming now? The mom. Period. I'm a mom over I forgot how many years I've been a mom, but every time something happened with a kid, the mom is blamed. So mamas know you got to put that stuff out there. So if something don't come out too cute, they ain't gonna blame me. My mama quick to say I was growing up. They ain't finna say I told you wrong. My mama tell me this all the time. I told your ass before you did it. So Miss Mama, you should did it on camera. Period.
No, Miss
Give my
Mama.
cheeks. How you feel, Erica? Do you agree?
No, I totally agree. I think his
Family.
mom, they had their dynamic has always been a little off. She's never been new. She's never been like, okay, I love you enough to give you that tough love. She's never been that person. Yes.
Enabler.
For some
Enabler.
reason, 'cause I think he mentioned, I don't know if this was on Tasha K or whatever, but I think he mentioned that his brother is like in prison or something. So I feel like maybe the mom has, maybe he seems to be like the star child to her. But I'm like, you can't see anything he does wrong. So that to me that just encourages his craziness when he starts to get,
Okay.
And definitely we see this episode where it's like he is not even he doesn't have any sort of self-awareness, any sort of self-reflection, any sort of sense of self.
He only cares about himself.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Somebody
But
Antoinette said that she
what's the
should go with Miss One. The exit screen left.
correct? Like they were trying to tell him correctly, even though I don't like neither one of them neither. But
Oh Jesus.
well, I hear
Is there an
somebody.
There's an
echo?
echo. There's an echo.
Is,
Hold on, I'm gonna hit mute.
Let me do.
It sounds like somebody listening to the show in the background.
Okay. Do you still hear it? Okay, it's not me then. And no shade. I just want to make sure I always mute myself first because I'm the host. But no, it wasn't me. I think it might have been Eric. I know she's a new mic. I don't hear it now.
I think it's gone.
Erica? Okay.
is it me?
Okay.
No.
We're good.
Let's see. Okay. Hold on. Can you hear it?
So I wanna we hear it. Mom, I think it might be you. You have two things going? Do you have a tab open? Mute the other tab, Erica. Mute your other tab. That's probably what it is. Maybe like IG or something open and then speaker, and then you should be good. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the AKA the blogger. So let's talk about the interview. Okay, now mind you, I'm not paying no app for an interview. Okay, when I don't charge my own people for my interviews, so I'm not doing that. So I didn't watch the actual interview, so I don't know what was said, mind you, but the way they talked about her as the blogger, I have issue with that. I'm not a big fan of the Tasha K and the things, but I really hate when they diminish bloggers and say the blogger, that the whatever. I've had it before where even Ready to Love, that whole thing that leaked with what's the girl name that was on Make a Move. I leaked. Well, actually, Dina, aka the Receipt Queen, actually leaked, and it happened on live. But when the reunion came, they would not give me that credit and say it was Community Reviews panel. They said it was leaked to the blogger. It wasn't leaked. My team found it. We did it on live, period. So I don't understand why is it that they would not give credit. It's annoying. So anyway, Kim Cheese, your thoughts on the interview or whatever, tell all. Come on, I know you
You
got
know,
something to say.
you either. I don't know what he said to Tasha K. I have no clue.
Well, what to talk about in the episode? Because again, I didn't get to finish the episode, unfortunately, because I had so many things I had going on for Mother's Day. So the interview affected the show because the whole episode is titled "The Interview Tell All." So, in your opinion, was it a big deal?
I don't think so. I don't like any of. I feel like they were trying to steer him in the right direction, but without me knowing what was said in the interview, maybe I'm missing lumps and pieces. Ask Erica. Erica, did you watch the interview?
I did watch the interview, or at least what she had
Oh, okay.
on YouTube, because I don't have her app or whatever. I did watch it. It was so long
Exactly.
ago. I do remember
Everybody doing all that.
thinking, because Maud and I did review it, and I do remember we both said
I
he
know,
looked
right?
crazier after that interview. So it was like he definitely seemed like
Okay.
he definitely seemed even more obsessed. He definitely seemed he was trying to make it, he was trying to throw shots at Mel whenever he could, but it just made him look crazy. And that's what they were telling him. It's like, no, now you're trying to drop all these bombs, and she cheated, and she did this, and she did that. And he just looked like he looked like a nut after that. I was like, he ain't got no people. Cause someone, you know what I mean? Cause the point they made was valid. Like, you
Oh,
going on
Jesus.
Tasha K thinking you're gonna suddenly control the narrative was not gonna work. And it
Mhm.
didn't work. And at the time, he just got more backlash from that interview than from anything. Cause he just looked, it's like, like, remember years back in the day,
Okay, well,
when
I'm it
did
it
that
dep-
interview, and he
it
looked
depends on who the person interviewing, but
he
go ahead.
looked more crazy. He looked more like crazy than he did before. That's what happened with Martell. He did the interview, and I was like, yeah, had you not said anything, some of us could continue to be like, oh, she's exaggerating, but now you look crazy. So he shouldn't have done it for sure.
Okay, look,
Really look
but
crazy.
the thing about people do the interviews honestly because they wanted to change the narrative, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I've done it for cast member before, and it actually has happened. When I interviewed Simone from Raised Love the very first time, everybody looked at her like she was the bad person on the show. She was trying to take joy and miss it. I forgot his name at the time. I'm sorry. Don't kill me. But I'm saying a lot of stuff was going on. We did her first interview. I've interviewed her so many times, but that very first interview, the comments I got were all the same. Oh my God, I like her now. Oh my God, I thought she was a bad person. Oh, that's all the comments I got. So I know you can change the narrative. It depends on how the interview goes and the interview, whatever. So I don't know him saying that she cheated because her fans are so deep and so invested. I don't think it would have mattered what he said, even if he had evidence. Go ahead, Kimachi.
But that's my whole point.
Right. But I will say this.
Go ahead, Erica. What happened
Go
on me?
ahead. You know what it is? I
Now, hold
think
on,
also
Erica.
my stuff is lagging a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it is. Go ahead, Kimachi. Go ahead.
Go ahead, kiss my cheeks.
That is my whole point. Like when they were still married on the show, it was never, oh, but Mel, you cheated first. It was always, it was a 5-year cheatation, and Mel knew, and she always thought he was stopping all of that. It wasn't until Melody pulled the trigger and said, I'm out. For whatever reason, she said she out the baby, or it was 6 years, who knows. But that's when Martell wanted to change his narrative. Oh, well, you cheated too. And I want to know, you all have been divorced for what, 2-3 years now? Why do you to put this narrative out that Melody cheated as well? It's not going to change the fact that you are divorced. It's not going to put you back together. So at some point, somebody has to, and it's not going to happen because he seems mentally unstable, but somebody has to get through to him like, nobody cares. I don't care if Melody cheated on you first with 20 different men and 2 of them kids could not be yours. I don't care. Y'all are
Oh
divorced.
no, damn.
I know ain't none of that true, but I'm just saying nobody cares. It's like you trying to ruin this woman's character for what? We still don't like you.
Oh Jesus.
And it's kind of like what the Scott brothers were trying to tell him. The millimeter people, if you like the millimeters or not, they gonna feel how they feel about Mel. The people who are, I feel like, are deranged and deplorable, the people who are on Martell's side, they're gonna be on his side, period. Either you aren't changing who likes who. So can we just progress this storyline along? Because I really don't care. That's what pisses me off the most. I just really, y'all are divorced. And they want to talk about the children. If either one
Who's
of them
TV on?
had good sense,
Oh shit, sorry.
they would not be on this show acting this way if they really cared about the children. Because I know that oldest daughter is catching hell in school because all y'all family business is in the street, and it's
Oh
only a
wow.
matter of the younger ones catch it. If Melody or Martell really gave a damn about the children, like, oh, the children, y'all would have said, Carlos, you can have this show. I don't want to put my babies through it. I ain't never seen nobody drag their family's name through the mud like Melody and Martell, and then say, "Oh, it's for the sake of the
And that's
children."
some real shit right there.
National television.
No, that's real. No. Now I'm gonna be transparent about that. Now, honestly, they are on the show. They have a job in the contract. They're not going to cancel the whole show. I know the kids are going through it. My thing is, to be real, if Mel did not include her kids in the show, they would drag her and say she's fake because they're not showing her real life. Like they're doing Destiny and other people. They feel that they're not showing her real life. So I think Mel shows everything because she's keeping it real with her melanators or whatever the crap they call them, right? So, but with that being said, I know what you're saying, but that's not going to ever happen. But I do think that the timing of some things, people did look at him being arrested and everything else with the kids in the car was trash. Now, mind you, Mel did not seek out to do that because that means she's going to get her own children. I know she did not purposely say, hey, make sure the kids. But what I did say is the kids weren't even with Mel. Mel's statement was that first episode, I haven't heard from my kids or his mom. I don't know what's going on. I just know he was arrested. Baby, it couldn't be me. As soon as I heard my ex-husband's arrested and my kids were there, I'm driving to where they're at. What is going on with my children? Their father has been arrested. I haven't heard from anybody. That would have been my statement. Not judging anybody or anything. And I'm pretty sure she knew the kids were good, which they were. The mother came immediately came got them. But at that time, when she was talking to her brother when they're making breakfast and eating omelets and shit, she said, I haven't heard from my children. I haven't heard from his mother. I don't know what's going on. Can I get a plate? Have you ate already? All this in the same sentence. That's all I'm saying. Erica, jump in.
It's to clear the throat
Okay.
for me.
So,
It's the what? It's the
To
what?
clear the throat, clearing of the throat for me.
I know, right? Okay.
I
So
know I
first,
gave a lot.
kind of back to what you were saying. I know, right? So what you were saying at first, I
Actually
was going to
agreed.
say that when it comes to interviews, it's what you did for Simone. I would say kind of from what I've seen, is the exception and not the rule. You can and show people, and that's happened even on this show. Like some people I didn't really like, and then they came on here, and I was like, oh, okay, they're cooler than they seem. But
Right.
90% of the time, the producers find your flaws and they highlight them on the show to make the show crazier. But but they got them from somewhere. They usually don't make it up. Usually it's something that that they saw in you and they pull it out. And that's exactly what happened with Martell. His obsessiveness, I want to say maybe even now that Kiss My Cheeks mentioned it, there was that rumor about Melody's youngest child not being his. And I feel like Tasha may have asked him and he didn't really answer, but he was kind of coy and kind of crazy with it. And so there were a lot of things that he did in that interview where I'm like, you're trying so hard to make her look bad. You are looking bad. And this is from somebody where like I wasn't a fan, but I liked them both, right? So I was kind of impartial, but I was like, now you look like an idiot. Okay. So you were doing what much better, kind of just posting on Instagram or whatever. Don't talk too much. You need management, because a manager would have told you not to do this. Because now you sort of look like you're spiraling, the whole stuff with Sheree. Like he just was at that time when they said he was getting tested for, psychological issues, it was believable because he seemed to be spiraling at that point. So, where Melody seemed to kind of be keeping herself together, because there was a whole thing that Melody brought up, which I don't think it was part of the text messaging, but there was the whole, whether, Ariane or whatever, look at that. I did not call her something else on Mother's Day.
Coleslaw.
So she,
I like coleslaw.
she was going to review.
Oh my God.
I know that I said this last week. I love side dishes, but anyway, so side dishes and appetizers are the best. But that being said, there was this whole thing about leaking of the tape. So that came out about the same time. There was so much mess, and his doing that interview just made it worse. I agree to some extent, and that's what I said on my page. I was like, I want to see how they move on. Okay, like, or maybe you can do some family therapy or something, but I want to see who Mel is dating now. I want to see, I don't know, Martell. I don't really care what he's doing, but I do want to see Mel's next person and how she's going to introduce that person to her kids. Like, I want to see more of her businesses and stuff. Like, I would just want to see more than just this, and so that's where I kind of am. I agree with Kiss My Cheeks in that I want to see her making her new life. And that's what really I'm interested in seeing. Like, she's moved on beyond this. Let's see what that looks like, instead of going back over, did she cheat 8 years ago? It's like, even if she did, like, how is it even relevant at this time? So yeah, so I want to see her strive, what she's doing. And maybe, if Martell can get it together, great. But I don't want to keep going back to, I mean, I feel like that's why they threw in Sunni and Moses or whatever to kind of bring in a new villain. Because I'm like,
I don't want to say Sunni and Cher. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Right?
This is so
sorry. It seems to me, and y'all tell me if y'all
juicy.
If y'all have a different feeling. I get the feeling that most of the cast is Team Martell, because they're always rallying behind him and not behind Mel, because everyone is like, oh, I wouldn't have put my baby daddy in jail. Oh, I wouldn't have did this. I wouldn't have did that. But no one is looking at the fact that this man sent her a threatening text message with a sex tape saying, if you don't do XYZ, I'm going to release this. No one is speaking on what Martell did to get the charges put on him. It ain't like Melody lied and put charges on him. He actually did something. And so it's like, why? I don't understand why nobody, just because some people might dislike Melody, I don't understand why people are rallying behind this man. I can't wrap my mind around it.
Well,
I understand what you're saying with that too. I do.
You were wrong for texting that lady that you were going to release a sex tape. Nobody talked about what Martell to get the charges. Everybody was wooing him. Oh yeah, because they gonna look at that and see DV and they gonna think that you did something. Everybody ain't gonna read all. Like, everybody was wooing Martell instead
that part. Okay, Kimmi Cheeks, that part is true. Now that part is true, Kimmi Cheeks. I'm sorry, I was one of the ones who did say that. on my channel. But I will say that I said also with the DV's concern, not everybody's gonna know what she went through or what she's going through, as far as a woman. And I also said, and I think Eric, we discussed this as well, that when you go through stuff like that, a woman should be able to speak out, because God forbid she does not, and then when something happens, everybody's like, oh, I didn't know. So I said on both sides, protecting a black man, I do agree, but at the same time, I still gotta protect my black woman, and I don't want to hear a storyline where we have something devastating that happened, and everyone's like, "Oh, I didn't know. What he was so quiet, and I didn't think he would do that." So I just want to put that out there. But go ahead. I just want to put that out there. That's
Okay,
important.
kiss my cheeks. I wanted to say this. A couple of things. One is the way they're showing it on the show, and I think we looked at the actual message where he's like, this is what I sent her. So to
Yeah,
me,
we did.
they're filming it like I don't think in the text, from what I recall, he didn't threaten that. I got that from what Mel said and from what was going on at the time, not from what he said. So my point is, he's presenting it like, oh, I just sent her this text message that said, stop calling me or stop harassing me, and now the police are after me. So he's not presenting, and the show is not fully presenting, I think, the whole reason, because Melanie is not the police. You can go to the police and say, oh, this person sprayed me with water, but if they don't see that you were sprayed, then they're not going to press charges. They press charges because she had enough stuff when she brought it to them, right? So she's not, you know what I mean? So it's not like, oh, Melody did this and that. If the police think you're a threat, that's how the charges come, not just because you say something, right? So that's one thing. And then two, I think the way it's being framed in the show, it's like, oh, well, I just sent this one little message. Well, that's probably not the basis of the charges, that one message. There is more things that you were doing at the time that had them, get a warrant out for your arrest, right? So those things I do also want to make clear, because people are like, oh, if you're writing for Martell, and I said no all the time. I said from the beginning, they wouldn't have put it out there or arrested him if it wasn't a real basis for it. If it was just something Melody had made up or some random, something that was just so small, like it's just a text message, obviously the police took it seriously enough to arrest him. So, I definitely feel like that, like, it's not like, because we all know people run to the police with nonsense all the time, right? We've all seen the Karen videos. And so people can run to the police and be like, oh, this person is, standing on my lawn or whatever nonsense. But if the police actually take the time to actually arrest you, then it usually is based on something, unless, it's bad police, obviously, but it's usually based on something. So that's the one thing where I'm like, all right,
Not bad police.
Mel had an issue.
But Martell
and it was based on, what I mean? That's why they were.
But Martell said himself, it was a picture too. Like, he didn't just say, I sent her this message. Oh, stop bullying me, please. He said in the confessional last episode, I added a picture too. And that was the threat. Stop doing this or I'm going to release this revenge.
Right. And we haven't. Okay, got you.
So he admitted that.
Because I was like, I never saw the picture.
I need to find the picture. Who has anybody seen this? Because I've been trying to find.
Release the picture because kind of sexual picture of them in the act, and they're not going to put that on the own network because Melody will sue the hell out of them. But I just don't understand.
I meant to tell Lee to look for it. I forgot.
Nell hinted to it like, well, I really don't know what I would do because it ain't happening to me. Then shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Y'all see how this man is treating this woman in real time, because I can see it from the television, and
look it up.
Has been dead wrong to Melody this entire time. He has been harassing this lady, lying on this lady's name, popping up at her house, all kind of stuff. And everyone takes Martell's side, and Mel is just supposed to lay back and let this man just ruin her life because she don't want to be with him no more. What they want this lady to do, she can't leave. She want to leave Huntsville and move to Atlanta and start anew, but he got her tied up in court. Like, he don't be in Atlanta every other weekend, his damn self. But because he wants to have control over her, no, for my kids, she can't go. Oh, but you was all with Sheree knocking her back out. every other week.
Oh my God.
Oh no, Jesus! And I'm not gonna back out. What the hell?
That's what they said.
Well, I
Mm,
mean, yeah, let's pull up because we
wow.
all know that was a business relationship. So
Who pulling
I
up?
think
Oh
Sheree's
no,
back is fine.
not pull up.
I think not
I
Sheree,
can't. I
not
can't.
Mr. Sheba Sheree.
Making it seem like her back was getting knocked out.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure it got blown out a couple of times.
I
I'm
think
pretty
that was
sure it
all
did. I'm sorry.
acting.
I'm pretty sure.
I think it was
not
all
the
acting. But
If
I'm
you
just
think they didn't get it down, you think they didn't get down one or twice? Come on now, yeah, come on. Something had
I
that.
don't
I'm not
think
saying they
she
was in
like
love. I'm just saying that quid
they
pro
didn't have
quo. I'm gonna give you some.
backs being knocked out. But I think it was an act as well. But I'm just saying
I
that's what you
can't.
put out here in the street. So it's like I don't understand the people that sympathize with Martell after you've seen everything that he's done. And at the end of the day, start at the beginning. If he would have never, ever put his penis in another woman, they might not have none of these issues.
Mm-mm.
So why are we always trying to find fault in the wife? Because she finally, who cares if she waited six, seven
who?
years to leave? Who cares if she waited till he had another baby to leave? She left him. Why are we finding fault in her? No one has ever said anything for Martell for setting all of this off. Everybody want to rub his back, and for what? Because y'all jealous.
Oh yeah. Well, first of all, this man had a whole baby with somebody. Let's and I know that we talk about the grits and gravy on the side sometimes, but I mean, let's be clear: the man did have a whole other child with somebody else. I would hate to see that man breathe every day. No shade. I'm sorry. Every time that you can't even tell me hi. I wish you would walk on my doorstep. I swear to God, it would be a dramatic scene every time for the forever in my Cardi B voice. So I just know where in the world I would ever be coddling. The only thing I brought up is because of the fact that to me, being raised by a black man, raising two sons, only thing I've ever said was the arrest, the DV. Me being impartial because I have not been a Love Marriage Huntsville blogger or covered it or even watched it. So I'm coming from the outside looking in, just talking about that one thing, right? And wishing could see the pictures like I know more of. But I preface that by saying that the DV is important, her speaking out is important, and her protecting herself and her children is important. But some things on that episode looked weird, like when she was like, "I didn't see my kid. I don't know what's going on." I'm just keeping it real. I'm gonna talk about all sides. I ain't gonna just talk about one side. I'm agreeing with you, Kim My Cheese TV, but Mel did some suspect stuff to me, and that's all I'm saying. I don't care who come for me. I'm just being real. That's it. I'm not saying she went wrong. I'm sorry, she went right because she was. I'm happy she did what she did. She did what she was supposed to do. I was just talking about that morning of where y'all are eating hotcakes and grits. You don't know where your kids is at. That's all I gotta say about that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Kamisha, what do you think about the theory that Mel put out there that he went and turned himself like he did it on purpose? Because she said she put them charges on him over a year ago, and she never really pressed the police to go pick him up, so he just had an open warrant. What this all does sound like a scheme that Todd would come up with to bring us some bullshit. What if he did go down there and say, "Oh, my kids in the car. I'm about to turn myself in and make Mel look really bad because I got arrested with the kids in the car." Because what kind of paperwork was he going down there to just happen to get from the police station? And why you ain't bring them kids in the police station, which you ain't supposed to leave kids in the damn car no way, especially not in Alabama.
Uh,
Well, first of all, for all we know, let's be clear. Mel would probably try and go down and do something against her. And that's not being said. He probably had the intention of going to go in here and file paperwork against her. And said, "Oh, sir, just so you know, warrant for your arrest." What? Then got the mind to say, "Well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and turn myself in right now, even though the kids is right outside." So all that ties together to what I was saying. She filed it a year ago. I agree with all that stuff, and it probably was planned that way. All of that, I do agree with that. Much. I'm sorry, Erica. Lee, what you gotta say about this?
it's ghetto. It's ghetto.
Lee, Jesus, we know that, ma'am. We thank
Yeah,
you.
It's
I agree
ghetto.
because
We
I
do know
think
that.
he said he went
Jesus
to
Christ.
What else you want me
Yeah,
to
he
say?
went to the
It's
register
it's
or
it's
something. So I
it's
think he,
classic. It's
yeah.
classic. It's classic ghetto. It's still ghetto. He whatever he did, he went down to the. So he went to an office where they did a background check or they ran his ID and there was a warrant out for his arrest. So it don't matter if he was at the goddamn post office, whatever required for him to provide his ID in order for them to find out that he had a warrant. It
Mm.
is what it is. That there's that. So no, it doesn't. I'm not gonna say that it could have been he did it on purpose. I'm not gonna say that, but he already had the kids. If it was on the way to the house, or okay, I need to make some. I'm running errands. I'm gonna run in and grab this piece of paper real quick and come back out. I'll be right back. I mom. I
They
got an
should
old school
have
mama.
this.
I was raised in the era where I'm gonna leave the note on the side of the phone. Don't answer the door for nobody unless it's the encrypted knock that we know, and don't pick up the phone unless I call back to back. So I don't them being in the car for a few minutes. I don't think there ain't nothing wrong with that. But we are so in 2024, and people go to jail for less. I just
Nope.
feel like if he was being a menace to society when she went to go and file that police report, they would have went and picked his ass up then. That's all that I'm saying. That's it, Mr.
Erica,
Poe.
because that what Lee is saying, and I have to sanction that a black man, they do celebrities whatever if they really want to
They
get
arrested
somebody and they
they
think it's
they
really
arrested
crazy,
that
he'd have been in jail.
they
He'd have been in
arrested Killer
jail.
Mike at the
He'd have been in
goddamn
jail.
Grammys.
So did.
Come on,
So
I
it
agree.
so
I agree.
so
Agreed.
if her safety and
Agree.
her kids' safety was that privy to one of the still most racist states in the country,
I have to
they would have
agree.
went to
I have to agree.
they would have picked his ass up then. They would have went and picked his ass up then. He could have been down at the local tavern grabbing a drink. They would have walked inside. He
Come on
would
now, and
not have
everybody know him too. Come on now,
at the
please.
local whatever the local hole in the wall spot that they go to and wherever it is in Huntsville, they would have went right
In
on
his
down there
town.
and picked his
Hmm.
ass up.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
it.
They sure
I
would
have to
have.
agree with that. Hmm.
And that's what they
I have
Mel,
to agree
that's
with
what
that.
you
And
should
it's a town that everybody know him.
that's my baby daddy. I'll arrest him whenever you can't. No, you should say go pick his ass up before he released this tape. You
Hundred
should have
percent. Hundred
followed
percent.
through.
If it that's what and I'm not siding on how he been acting because he been acting a little cuckoo on on this TV.
Mm.
But I also know the history of black men in the law. They gonna pick your ass up regardless of where you at. You can be at the goddamn Quick Trip, and they gonna be like, "Sir, come with me. Leave where you going. You don't
Hmm.
need what's on that counter. Let's roll."
Oh, there his ass go right there. Come on over here with us real quick. Come on. They
Yep.
sure will.
Yep.
I ain't never heard of no
So
warrant. You can say, "Oh, I want to press charges, but don't get them tonight.
come
Get
on,
them
Kim
when
Chick.
you."
That's the most weirdest warrant I've ever heard. If you're doing some kind of protection or I feel unsafe, I have never heard of it where the police are gonna be like, well, we're gonna just wait until he does
Or
something and then we'll
or
arrest him.
and I'm not saying that he did or didn't. He could have missed a court date and they put a warrant out for his arrest. That's the only logic of what I can gather is that he missed something
This is
or he
true.
didn't respond to something and they put a warrant out for his arrest. That would be the only other thing. Not I'm about to go to somebody's police station, press charges, and then they don't go and pick that person up immediately or they don't go and find that person
At least
because
Not a
they don't.
question
year.
first.
Not a year.
At least
Maybe
here
a
for a
few
question or
weeks,
something like, "Sir, delete this video."
depending on if they're trying to get evidence. Yeah, right. But not but a year. That to me is crazy. And I'm in the South. I ain't never if in Dallas, baby, he'd been arrested the next day. I've never heard of no
They
mess
don't
like that.
care.
To me,
They
that's
will
an
come
odd
pick you up
situation.
at your job, the Quick Trip, the Walmart, the Target,
Right. Come on
PetSmart.
now. At work. 100%. And then the thing about it, they have roundups too. If you have a warrant for your arrest, especially out here, they'll just do roundup. You got a warrant for your arrest, they just pick you up. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that whole statement, and she even said it. Well, they told me they'll just arrest me anytime, and that's odd. A statement to make that your system moves that way, and you're chill with it. Because if you are a woman that felt like you really was in danger, where you get security and stuff like that, you'd be like, you know what? I press the cops every day. What's going on? What's happening? When y'all gonna arrest them? We didn't hear that. Oh,
Yeah,
did we?
that's
Did I miss something?
no.
No, we didn't hear it. I think we need to see. I need to see the charges really because I'm not clear. To me, it was handled very much like in Illinois how they handle child support. So when you get behind on child support, like I mentioned, they suspend your license. They do a lot of different things, and sometimes if it gets to a certain
Well, you get it's
situation,
so
you can put a warrant out for you, and they don't just go get you. Usually, they wait until like you get pulled over, you get
yeah,
stopped
but
or whatever,
but
and then
there's
they
certain
take you in. So it depends on the charge. It depends, like I would need to see the charge. I'm sure there maybe because of I do agree that like if it was assault or if there were certain criminal charges, they do pick you up immediately. So I think I don't know,
but
I think we'd have to see
But
it.
also, I mean, with the state of Illinois, if they are, you know, um, suspending licenses and things like that, it's a lot easier for you to get caught up. You'll be able to, get caught up. All you got to do is do a California stop on at a stop sign and somebody pull you over, right? So his license, we didn't hear nothing about his license being suspended. You can go straight. Drop me. We ain't hear nothing about his license being suspended. He went to the goddamn registration office or whatever he went to, and that's how he got it. So he wouldn't have never known if he didn't go to that office.
This starting to sound like a scheme. I don't
He
want to
wouldn't have
blame the victim
he
or
wouldn't have never he wouldn't have never known if he didn't go to that office.
Or I mean, I think he may have known if he got pulled over. Like if he got a speeding ticket and they ran his license, then they probably would have been like, okay, there's a warrant. So, but I agree with you in that if it was substantial enough, they would have picked him up immediately. Like they wouldn't just be waiting for him to
so
violate something else, basically to get him.
they said we ain't about to waste no police hours because it's just a text message.
Y'all wasted doing everything else.
They do, but they weren't about to waste it anymore. They said if he texts you again, we'll go over there. That's probably what they said.
And they never actually released. He never
Oh
actually
no,
went
I'm trying
ahead
to
with the
find it.
revenge porn. So he never actually did that. So
Ooh, what was that?
That would have been a
Sounded
completely
evil. I'm
different
trying
thing.
to find it.
And we
What
don't
would have
know
been Kimmi and Tisha?
that Martell gave to the producers was actually accurate. He could have
right, that
taken.
was my point. I don't think they were really. I'm like, I need to see what's coming from the police. Like if I had more time in my life, I would do a FOIA request, but I don't really care that deeply on this particular episode. But that, like that's what you need to see because you need to actually see like, okay, this is the basis for the police
This
arresting
is
them.
this is the closest thing I can find really quick, and this is from TSR had this. This is the closest I can find of an arrest record. And I'm just this is quickly because my detectives are not. I thought Lee was looking. So,
Now, ma'am, you knew with the
but she's
situation that I
driving.
had going on yesterday.
Mom, that's what. No, I'm talking about now, not before. But anyway,
Yeah,
this
Thank
he
you.
was
is what I
yeah,
found a little bit.
so it wasn't hot
See,
outside.
do you see the? So do you see what it says there? It says, and I hear you driving too. Violence, third, harass communication. So
He ain't even
harassing communications. Look at
they
that,
just
y'all. Look.
took his fingerprints and let him go. This sounds like a waste of paperwork. I know they was mad he came up there and they had to go through all of that. Oh, Angie, you sounding like I
You see what it says?
sounding backwards.
Harassing communications.
Still lock his ass up.
I mean, you could be harassed, of course, obviously with communication, but I just want to put it out there that this is what. But when they talk about it in the blogs, they just put DV. They don't put the rest of it on there because it does make a difference of how you present it. And I know that everybody's not going to agree with that, but it does make a difference how you present things.
You have
And it's probably
the whole thing because if you just say domestic violence,
you
people
say
are like, he was beating up
say DV,
on her.
mama. I'm gonna get flag yellow.
You
Get my
have
chick
to
to say DV. It doesn't
you have
matter.
to say TV, but you have to say the whole sentence. If you just say the DV part, people are going to run with that
Right.
narrative. You have to
Period.
say harassing communications.
And this is exclusive from my channel because we hadn't found this. I just happened to, I was looking it up. TSR had it on their page. The thing of it is, I wish they would have put the whole thing out because when you read it, and I said this last week, on every blog, it just says DV, DV. Erica might said this, Lee might said this. It just says DV attached to his name, no matter how much you Google it. But this is the first time I've seen this, which means a text message or some kind of communication email. There's nothing physical that has happened, but that's what's attached to his name in the public eye. I just want to say this for everybody who may not agree with what I'm saying. It is important to me how this is presented. So on my channel, I'm going to show the whole thing. Erica, Lee, I don't know if you want to chime in and say anything about this.
Well,
This
I'm
does
looking
change things
here.
as far as I'm concerned.
I'm looking here. What I'm trying to find is kind of to get an idea of how seriously they take it. So DV in the third degree is a class A misdemeanor.
Mm.
Let's see. So that's why they're not
Send it to me.
picking you
Let me see.
up all the
You
way.
said, let me look it up. If you send it to my email, I'm a hold on. That's actually good. What you are looking at, and you said, wait a minute. Communications. I'm trying to do it. Not the whole thing. I'm being lazy. Let's see what it gives me. Oop, I'm zoomed in way too much here. I can't even see. Now I know there's been some updates with this, where they're saying that the FCC have changed and updated some stuff, but what are you looking at? Because I did want to look that up and find out how severe is that.
Okay, so I'm looking under.
Can you send me that in the email? Send me that in the
Yes.
email so I can search it and show everybody. Can you send it to me in the email real fast?
Okay.
Because I want everybody to see what you're looking at. Because my whole thing, I know a lot of people a lot of times come to my channel and say I defend men a lot. Like I said, because I defend men because men don't get defended in public eye a lot. They get trashed a lot, and especially by us. I'm gonna forever be a black woman. I'm gonna forever, defend black women. But like I said, black men get trashed a whole lot in public. So I do get a lot of DMs and comments in my comments. You are defending the black man. I get that a lot, and they don't like it. And black women are the one who coming at me, which is the crazy shit. It's not the Karens, it's the black women who be coming at me. You're defending him. Like, damn. You sent to my email, Erica? Let me my email right now.
I'm
Just send me
coming.
the
Hold on
search.
1 second. Yeah, 1 second. Hold on.
Kim, cheese, go ahead and while we get together, your thoughts on how this makes a difference in the public eye. I know you were saying that earlier. I know you have a husband and you have your son who is doing excellent, by the way. Congratulations to your son. But what is your opinion about this?
My opinion still goes back to square one. If you never would have texted the lady and threatened her with no pictures, you wouldn't be going through this very, it seems like, what you say, a misdemeanor, whatever it is. But if you would have never done it, you wouldn't be having to talk about it and go through it now. And I feel like it's something like, yes, we have to protect black men and all this, but not to the point to where we can't call them out on their BS. And this isn't a situation where someone has lied on him and he needs our protection. I'm not protecting Martell. I don't care. I feel like we need to put him out there even more. I feel like Melody needs to call the police more and more and more. Every time he do something, get your documentation together. I don't feel like he's a black man that I feel like should fall into that box. I feel like that's a box for where there's injustices, there's people lying, on black men, but he's actually doing things need to protect Melody. That's how I feel. Like her or dislike her, the way he's handling this divorce has been very harassing. He's not letting this lady live her life, and she just wants to move on. And I feel like if he can get in that same headspace of moving on, because I don't feel like Melody is calling up his phone talking about what you over there doing. I know that bitch ain't like, I don't think Melody is doing all of that. So I really feel like she's the one that
I
needs
don't
to
think they
protect.
do.
And I
But she
still,
needs to also, and I can't, you can't tell not to speak up or anything. But go ahead. I mean, but what you said
I mean,
earlier
Melody
when you
in a TV show, which is very, to me, I would value my peace more than the TV show. But like you said, these people got to make their money however they
right,
got to make it. But
right. Mm-hmm.
I really feel like Melody is not harassing this man. Like really, if he's the one constantly doing things to her and she's responding, and then when she responds, everyone wants to criticize her response instead of going over here saying, well, if you would leave her alone, she wouldn't be responding. So I just don't feel, when we talk about protecting the black man, I don't think what Martell's situation is one that I would count. So I don't care anything about the public perception. If
Hold
you
on,
would,
hold on. I'm sorry, Naya. I'm not sure if that question is to me. Why is it hard to get that he committed a crime? If someone is showing intimate pictures of you without your consent, it would be file charges. It's DV because of relationship. So I'm not sure if you're talking to me about that. I have clarified, broke down my statements and how I feel about DV 100%, and we're breaking down everything that we know and what we're seeing. I'm not gonna just say I agree or not agree. I break everything down. We're having a discussion. So it's not hard. I'm not sure that's to me. Again, I'm saying I'm not sure. It's not hard to get that he committed a crime. We have established that. Please understand what we're talking about before you jump in with your comments. Thank you so much. So I did pull up
question.
the penalties of
Oh Lord, I can't see that.
communication threat. Would you say Kim my cheeks? Hold on, I'm gonna zoom in. Because I
Mom,
went and looked it up. It's like I was trying to figure out this. Oh, the severity. Can you see? Because it's still, is it still yeah, I'm zooming in a little more. Hold on. The severity, like they're saying, is a class 1 misdemeanor. Now, one of the things I only have the phone sitting up here, and how they're talking about how it can lead to something, which is I also like, because in reality, a phone call or threats or text messaging can lead to something devastating. Now, I don't cover crime as far as a blogger, but it's something that I think about doing often, because I communicate with a lot of bloggers who do nothing but crime and missing people, and it's a hard content to cover. But one of the things that I do in my research about it, people don't know I do this, that the communications where it does start and can lead. So when it says when the crime communicated can lead to DV, a large number of crimes communicating threats can hand in hand with DV cases. A large line must, however, be drawn between two offenses to begin with. Now, all threatening statements can be considered as threats. If you tell your spouse you want to leave them if they don't get a job, it is not the type of threat as compared to when you tell them if they don't get a job, you'll punch them. So me, myself, when I break things down, I break it down. Everybody knows me about that. And so to me, a topic as sensitive as this is on my channel and talking about this show, a lot of things about this show and this, that the two of them, DV, is involved in some kind of way, right? It's thrown out. The arrest record, I pulled it up, is DV. Now, mind you, in something like North Carolina, it is known as a class 1 misdemeanor, right? It's a crime the type that'll probably get you some penalty for ranging from some fines or jail time. With him being who he is, fines, okay, but it cannot be classified as a felony or a felony. So I'm saying these verbiage to say important. If it is classified as a misdemeanor, the officers or whoever's involved is not going to take it as seriously as think it should, whoever they melanated or whoever who think it should be taken seriously. Because you have to understand, and I got to put on the screen, misdemeanors versus felonies. Misdemeanors consider a lesser crime compared to a felony. Penalties for misdemeanors can be fine, probation, a short jail sentence, usually a year. Minor compared to a felony can affect more future prison, life in prison, all kind of crazy stuff is heavy. So do you see what I'm saying when I say that? That's why when I talk about these things, that I want us to actually break it down for real and to say me protecting black men is bad. Is what it is. Uh you need to do more research on me. I'm doing research now, but you're not gonna come my chat with all that yin yang. Hold on, wait a minute, wait a minute. Cause see, I don't do well with this. Hold on, right quick. I'm telling you, I'm doing a research. I'm gonna consider you one of the greasy finger people that I don't like. I don't play those type of games on my channel. I'm doing a research now on live, so you can get up out of here with the bullshit for me. I don't even need all that. Hold on, right quick. So you are blocked.
And
Goodbye.
just
Next case. Next case. Next
he's
case.
gone. I was gonna say,
Thank you so much.
just to
Goodbye.
clarify, we went down this
You gone.
road because
You
the
gone.
question was, if he did something, why did the police handle it this way? Right? That's how we got here to begin with. Because we were like, okay, if she
Yes.
pressed the charges and it was bad enough, then that's when I said, well, what was he really charged with? What, and if this is considered a misdemeanor, then yeah, if you the same way if they, like shoplifting, there are other misdemeanors where if they catch you, they'll take you, but they not hunting you down in the streets because you stole something. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they won't, but I'm just saying, depending on how it goes, then, how they handle misdemeanors is very different than how they sometimes handle other charges. And certainly if you continue to do misdemeanors and they add up, just like with this, then it can become, they can group, if you get enough misdemeanors, they can group them together as a felony. So there are other things that people do to get you.
That is so true, because remember last season they had KeKe on video walking out them people's store without paying for her merchandise, and every week they was like, but she has not been arrested yet. Because I'm like, about to go waste that paperwork for that $15 worth of duct tape. So just because the police aren't running up to his house to get him doesn't mean he still didn't do it, and that is still, he still doesn't deserve to have those charges pressed. And again,
right, and see,
when
go ahead, Mom. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I've kind of late, y'all might sometimes we ask all the questions, like we state our opinion, then we go back and ask all the questions. And if you just come in while we're questioning something, that's not saying that we are repping for Martell. We just questioning the whole scenario, and like you saw Kamisha doing the research. So it's not fair to just jump in and get to click clacking and not understand the whole conversation if you aren't from the beginning of the live. I will say it that way.
And I will say, to add to that, I will say, when you go back, and I did send, I think Kamisha had it as well, when you look at the DV portion of it, it is because it's considered DV because of their relationship. So first, it does have to be someone, either a former spouse, a parent. It has to be someone in your family for it to get this DV tag, right? So it has to be someone, or someone you were dating, or someone you were married to, a parent, a child, a household member. Otherwise, it might, it'd probably be a different charge. It might just be assault or whatever, it might be something totally different. But because it was someone who had that relationship, because they had that relationship, that is also part of, otherwise it could just, like if it was a coworker or something, would be different. So it is DV because of the nature of the relationship as well.
But the whole thing of it is why I love the people that I interact with, the bloggers, my panels. Just we review everything. We don't just look at it as, okay, it's the episode, we're gonna talk about it. We go beyond it. We're mothers, we're sisters, We're just independent women. We are queens. So when we talk about the thing, we break it down essentially, and sometimes it takes time. We give our opinion as our own personal opinion, things of our own journey we went through, but we also look at theirs and we also look at the law, all of it. We love to do that because there's so many sides to these stories that we talk about that we can never just do the one side of, oh, they don't like them, so we're gonna like them too. Well, what's why they don't like them? What happened on Tuesday? What made them get to this point? That's me. When I say I break things down, I've said this for years on my channel. I'm gonna continue to say it. I'm gonna break it down so I can see the full picture. I cannot talk about a TV show and just go by what I see. A lot of bloggers will just go by what they see, and that's it. That's all as a post in my lead voice. But for me, I gotta look at the was painted on the picture and maybe what happened when they bought those paintbrushes to paint that picture. I want to know what happened before they even bought the paintbrushes. I want to know everything so I can give my full opinion on it. And I'm not going to change how I do my channel. I'm not going to change how I do that because y'all can come in my comments all day with the negativity and all the kind of shit. I don't care because for me, I love the discussions. Even if my panel don't agree with me, my panel's so cool. They'll say I don't agree respectfully, and I don't have no problem with it because sometimes them not agreeing with me, I might change my point of view based upon what they have to say, new information, who knows, whatever. And I love it. So I'm just saying, I want to say, not in a negative way or anything. I'm just being positive about it. Like, just understand that we're gonna all have a different opinion. But at the end, the reason why y'all come to here, it's 111 people watching right now as we speak. Y'all enjoy the discussion. Okay. With that being said, it's Mother's Day. And I want to give everybody opportunity to please cash apps to cash apps to the ladies up here. Let me take a moment that I know some have their cash apps up here.
I don't have that.
Oh my god. Do you have PayPal? PayPal?
They took my
I've been telling her to get a cash.
telling you.
Put it in the chat. I told her I've been telling you to get a PayPal. I'm sorry. Get a cash app through a different. Okay, I'm up for the fuss. I have my voice on. Get my cheeks TV. I'm gonna help you with that. I'm gonna help you with that. Just get it. You should need another email. Anyway, she's gonna have a cash up this weekend. I promise y'all. Got her cash up here. Lee does not, but follow her TikTok, please. That's her content. Y'all know to follow me Queen's Reviews. And hit my cash up Queen's Reviews as well. Y'all follow all these content creators up here. But with that being said, it's Mother's Day. I'm about to roll out. It's been a good but long life. More than what I wanted to do. I love y'all.
All right. Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Hey.
Happy Mother's Day, y'all. Bye.